Hey everybody, what is up? It is I, Link, coming at you with a little bit of Garen gameplay. And by that I mean, it's the first time I've ever played Garen, so I'm going to do horrible. I'm already telling you that right now. I make a lot of mistakes, but it's a really good gameplay. Very solid, and I actually learned how to play him quite quickly. I mean, sure, he's a spin to win. I mean, that's about it. But when I first picked him up, I'm like, okay, so I actually completely forgot about what Courage did. I thought it was just a passive. Forgot that I had this shield that would have been a lot more helpful during laning. Garen's an interesting champion. I honestly don't like him. Don't see why people do. I mean, I did go up against a Garen. I'm not sure if I did do a gameplay on that one. But what he did was he went gank boots and maxed his Q first to ensure that he could always get that off on people. He had really high armor penetration according to his runes, and yeah. Anyway, our bot lane is an Urgot and a Nautilus, which is quite interesting because they're both rather tanky and they both do quite a bit of damage. Although I keep trying to bait them, we pick up a first blood and we pick up a second blood with my spin to win. Graves quite happy. Now Ezreal, since they don't have a jungler, Ezreal's kind of getting screwed over up top. He is a rather new Ezreal, you can tell by how he plays. Although Shen does come up to gank, they try to get this Tristana. Tristana does get away, but she gets killed by the Ignite, as the Akali is left now with the Ezreal. Shen going mid to go after the Teemo. Excuse me. Now, Shen going after the Teemo. Teemo getting really CC'd, but does manage to get away. We do kill the Nautilus. I spin in and kill the Urgot. Our bot lane, both 2 and 0 and 1, I think. No, 2 and 0 and 2. He got an assist that I didn't. Huh. Anyway, we're doing rather well. We're quite fed. Well, fed is in early game terms. Casting mid, pushing. Akali, don't even know what she was doing. I think she walked into the turret so that Graves couldn't get the kill. Ezreal dying because of Tristana's Ignite, and me returning and getting 2 longswords so I can make a Brutalizer, which is really good on Garen. It gives him enough damage, and it also gives him a cooldown that he needs. Now, I'm gonna always face check that bush with my spin, because it just seems like a good idea. I do use my Q quite a bit, and I kind of get overzealous a lot of the time. One thing I wish would happen when he uses Q is he could walk through minions. That would be very helpful. I mean, if you could walk through minions, it'd make it much easier to hit the person. I mean, sure, you can lower the damage and the scaling, but I honestly would like that change. Now, where's my mouse? Now I'm actually going to overstay my welcome, take a lot of damage, use my shield for once, and actually get out of there. I don't want to leave yet because I have no money to buy anything else. And me and this Graves are rather good health. As the Urgot does go back, but we do find the Nautilus. I try doing some damage, but Nautilus is actually faster than me. And I have boots, and he has boots. Although we do kill the Nautilus, and we do turret dive for the Urgot, who gets away using his Ghost, which I don't even know. Our Shen does die to turret. Our Kassadin dies to Teemo. Teemo gets quite a few nice hits off on the turret. Ezreal still going top, trying not to, but he pretty much is, feeding the Tristana. And pretty much if the Tristana didn't DC halfway through the game, we probably would have lost this. Their Tristana was carrying them really hard. Anyway, me down bot, being very overzealous while the Graves is away, is going to have some issues, but thanks to Garen's passive, I heal up rather quickly, and I go right back into the fight. Although they do lock me up with his ulti and his pull, completely destroying me, finally shutting me down for a small amount of extra gold. Ezreal picking up a kill with the help of Shen on the Akali. Wish it would have been the Tristana, but it doesn't matter. Akali is now dead, and this allows Ezreal to return. Shen contemplating going in there after the Teemo, kind of missing. He does ulti... What? I think he ultied the Kassadin, so the poison didn't kill him. Although Tristana does come in and completely wreck the Kassadin. Now bot lane, I was actually putting points into my spin because I figured that that would do more damage, but later I looked at the scaling of his decisive strike, and that I should have put points into. Now keep in mind, this is a Monday video, therefore it is completely brand new champion to me. Haven't played him ever before. Not even in the tutorial game. Although I do run in there overzealous, get killed. The Shen does kill the Urgot, but the Akali kills the Shen, the Tristana kills the Ez, but the Graves picks up a double. I'm getting quite tanky at level 8. I already have 100 physical defense. As Kassadin goes up there, kills Tristana, but dies to the poison of Teemo. Ezreal's ulti completely missing the Teemo, which kinda sucked. Although the Shen tries to keep up with him, doesn't work. Speaking of Shen, I actually am thinking of a really cool new Shen build I might try out. It's very if it might work or not. Although we do have me going down bot, me probably not going to make it. Getting suppressed by his ulti, using my Q to get away, and my shield, getting slain. Thinking that Garen is the tank and just doing a lot of damage. Yeah, I kind of got overzealous there. This Ezreal, he's kind of bad. Although he misses his ulti, doesn't kill the Teemo, doesn't hurt the Tristana, though they do pick up the Akali as the Nautilus comes in, pulls the Ezreal. Now I'm taking a lot of damage, using my E to get away and get out of the stun, getting behind turret. Gonna stay here since there's no other full person. There is a full Kassadin now. I'm going to take some damage. I really want to go in for the team fight, but I'm low. Same with the Shen. Although we do pick up a couple kills. I pick up a kill. And I actually use my Demacian Justice. One thing I have an issue with that skill is that you have to be standing still. I don't understand it, and I don't like it. He should be able to do it like a basic. Not stand still, but just be able to throw it out there. Now right here, this Ezreal, I'm coming up here to pick up some extra money. He wastes a lot of his mana trying to get extra CS away from me. I'm actually going to jungle real quick, just so that I can have the extra CS and money. But he's just gonna come in here and kill them all before I can get him. I only got the one with the sigil, and yeah. Urgot now out of position, trying to silence him before he can use his ghost. Manages to use his ghost. But we do pick up a free Nautilus, and we do go in there, killing the Akali. Me going in there being overzealous yet again, but the Ez ulti does hit 2 people. The Tristana killing me, the Urgot killing our AP carry, although Urgot dying to Ezreal as Tristana runs behind turret. Now, me picking up some rather interesting items, and I actually have an idea right here. You know how they have the Aegis of the Legion? Well, I think they need a legendary version of it. One that uses the Negatron cloak, the chain vest, and a giant's belt, instead of the cloth armor, null cloak, and health crystal. It just maybe doubles the stats or gives it an extra passive. I don't know. Seems like it'd be a rather good item, especially for really tanky supports. Being completely CC'd there, just locked up the whole way. Ezreal getting pulled in, dying. Kassadin dying, or getting a kill, then quickly dying. We do get aced here. I am the first to respawn. I use my Q to get out there so they can't take our inhibitor turret. Just trying my hardest to deter them. Using my Ignite on the Nautilus. Getting Shen to come in here to help me. As the Graves is talking about something, I don't know. I don't bother to read chat anymore. Now, I'm actually sitting in bush waiting for my passive health to come up as we want to go for this Tristana. They do flash in, they quickly spike her out, and the Nautilus gets away. Although he does quickly come back into the lane, I'm going to try my hardest just to get out and actually go pick up the next item, but they are here. Nautilus missing his anchor. If he would have got that, I would have died. Realizing I could just walk back as quick as I could have gotten there. Actually just going back for some health. Trying to go back out, Ez hitting his ulti on one person, me really wanting to get the Nautilus, getting the Akali with my ulti, and now going after the Urgot, purposely trying to push him back, although he does keep coming back. One thing I don't like about Urgot is he's very long-range attacks, and most of his attacks you can use without moving or without stopping, which is quite interesting. I ping about getting Urgot, though I hit a Teemo Shroom and realize it's not worth it. So I do go bot to push the lane. Not my brightest idea, because the Urgot's down there. But what can I say? I'm sitting on 1.5k, or, well, 1.4. It's going to be 1.5 when I go back. Sitting on a little bit of money, I do recall here and pick up my next item, which is a Sunfire Cape. Then I do not... Oh wait, that's next return. Okay. It's the 30-minute, almost 30-minute mark, so let's look at some builds. Since there are really no team fights happening right now. They are just pushing our mid, and I do return to help. Kassadin with a really good build, although he did miss his tankiness. He's not as tanky as he should be. The Shen, picking up an Aegis of Legion. He looks like he's building a Randuin. He's in a really weird order. The Akali in that getting picked up by the Kassadin. Teemo killing the Shen. They start pushing our top lane. I'm over there in their jungle. I don't even know why. Their Tristana reconnects. She's now low. They contemplate surrender yet again. Not worth it. And we are actually down kills right now. What the heck just happened? My Audacity just started spazzing out. Not quite sure. Oh, the auto balance is spazzing again. That's actually what happened in my Nautilus video. It really messed up. Anyway, Ezreal and I kill an Urgot and Teemo. Kassadin comes in and kills the Nautilus. I actually go over to Wraiths and barely save myself because of my lifesteal. I've got, I think, one lifesteal quint on my AD carry class. So that's what saved my life there. Anyway, Ezreal picking up another rather interesting build on Ezreal. He should actually have a Triforce instead of an Infinity Edge, and maybe some tanky item. Our Graves going and doing the actual Graves build. This was actually the time when this week it was the Graves, a hired gun skin. He must have bought the skin and Graves together because he didn't know how to play them. Although Kassadin comes in, picks up the Tristana, we go after the Urgot, I pick up the Urgot, and the Ezreal ulti misses yet again. Three new players on their team. I'm not sure about the Shen and Cass. Actually, that's Harbinger Cass, so yeah, he's not new. I'm actually returning so I can pick up an item after I go and clear up bot lane, which by the time I get there is like 2 minions. Urgot with a Manemune, level 3 boots, Triforce, looks like he's building a Warmogs. Nautilus, I think he actually did DC at this time, picking up some rather good items. And Tristana with a really strong AD build, nice CS, and a little bit fed. Akali, kind of fed, not really, but she is picking up a lot more AP than AD. Small team fight happening here. I do go after the Teemo, picking up the Teemo with the Ignite, going after her, missing my flash by I don't know how much, and missing the kill in general. That kind of sucked. Their Teemo at the bottom going with a normal Teemo build. I think he's actually building a Frozen Mallet now, which is quite good because we are all rather tanky, and this would keep us near him for his poison to do more damage. I'm now top, and Ezreal's contemplating helping with the turret. He does help me after we do pick up Baron. I'm sitting on 2.8, so I'm going to return and pick up some nice items. I pick up a Giant's Belt, sell my shield, pick up a second Giant's Belt on accident, realize I was going for a Phage. Waste about 500 gold there, so it does take me an extra few to get my item. The reason I'm now building the Frozen Mallet is because I didn't need the damage earlier. He scales really well with very minuscule damage. Although they do both come in here, I use my spin to get out. Garen, I get shielded by the Shen. I should have kept running because the rest of the team does come in there. The Shen kills the Urgot, the Tristana kills the Graves, and the Kassadin kills the Akali really quickly. This all happens. This Teemo tries to get him, but he flashes in, gets a kill. They kind of cancel each other out. The only people that are up, I think, right now are the Tristana, and that's about it, because the Nautilus is gone. I think I go to the Wolf Camp, pick up the wolves and then go get my frozen mallet here. This is almost GG, which is kind of sad, but it is rather good gameplay. I mean, I do rather good. I start picking it up later game. Baron buff now down, but Kassadin actually gaining stacks on his Rift Walk, which is quite interesting. I've seen this done before. He just stacks up his Rift Walk as many times as he can, then he waits to find a place to teleport to, or he's putting stacks onto his Archangels. I think that's what he's doing, because there's not much he can do right now. I think he's Rift Walking down now. No, he's not. Oh, he was stacking up his Pulse. The Shen comes in here, teleports to me. I put my Ignite on the Teemo. We lock the Teemo up, and I spin him dead. Now we are pushing their mid with help from the Graves. I'm actually going to help right now. Sitting on a little bit of money, but not really much, because I'm not sure the next item I get. Oh, I pick up their single Wraith for a couple gold. Now, I'm pretty much their team's worst enemy. They can hit me as much as they want, but look at my health pool and everything else about Garen. I mean, I'm very tanky, and no matter what they do to me, they're going to be killing themselves. We pick up the Akali. Now we turn on the Urgot. I use my ultimate to pick up the Urgot, and we continue up to the top tower to do some damage there. Now, our Kassadin rather low, should actually have left, but doesn't matter. I'm taking some turret shots. That doesn't matter. I'm Garen. I've got so much defense right now. We do contemplate Baron one more time. I return, get a Yamada's, or Yomu's Ghostblade, and a Chain Vest, so I'm even more tanky. And I don't know what I was building. What can Chain Vest make, other than... Oh, I think I was building a Randuin's. Yeah, I was building a Randuin's. It gives me more health, and it also gives me the anti-AD, which would really help shutting down the Akali and the Tristana and the Teemo. Yeah. Although Akali does most of her damage via her skills and her burst. Anyway, me just rushing through here, getting hit by Teemo Shrooms. I think that's my third one on the way down. Healing it all back up as this Akali is coming out to push the lane. Our team gets ready to gank, although I wait just a little too long. And that's pretty much that. The Nautilus leaves again. We take a third inhib. We start to do some nice damage. We do pick up the Teemo as the Urgot grabs the Ezreal, throws him onto the summoner platform, and kills him. That was hilarious. Anyway, if you enjoyed the content provided, leave a like. If you want to stay current, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later.